Steamy rough, beat it up, turn me backwards, make us scream louder.
Good evening, Ghana. I am your host, Kati G, and this is Steamy Nights, where we share our sexual experiences and advice. This program is proudly brought to you by Comets Properties Limited, Melcom, Where Ghana Shops, and Ajua Otua's Clothing. Now, this evening's topic is all about living with HIV as a man or woman in Ghana. Before we dig into the topic, I want you to know who my expert and advisor is, and that is Erica, my intimacy coach.
Good evening, Ghana. It's Erica here, and I'm excited to be here on this show discussing this topic.
Awesome. And we also have a very powerful expert and advisor from the Ghana AIDS Commission. Her name is Madam Rebecca Kumwa. Did I pronounce it correctly?
Yeah, Kuma.
Yes, she's a senior nurse officer and HIV/AIDS vocal person for Ghana AIDS Commission. Let the audience know who you are.
Yeah, my name is Rebecca Kuma, HIV focal person at Ghana East Municipal Hospital. I'm a senior nursing officer.
Awesome. And along with us, we have our anonymous HIV survivor. We are always particular and always very imperative on protecting anyone's identity. So we have our HIV survivor, male. Say hi to the viewers. And then we also have our female HIV survivor, and her name is Faustina Okanse. Say hi to the viewers.
Hi, my name is Faustina Okanse.
Awesome. So let's dig into the topic. I'm going to start off with our male HIV survivor. So let the audience know, how do you feel being Ghanaian living with HIV?
Steamy rough, beat it up, turn me backwards, make us scream louder.
Comet Properties is the premier private city developer in Ghana, providing quality homes and transforming virgin lands into modern cities within the best neighborhoods. Get to Comet for secured and developed allotments or functional homes built for your quality lifestyle. To purchase land or your next home, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Comet Properties or call us on 020-822-6359. Comet Properties, transforming virgin lands into modern cities.
Steamy rough, beat it up, turn me backwards, make us scream louder.
Oh, I'm feeling good and I'm feeling proud to be a Ghanaian. And HIV is not something discriminable, so it's okay.
And also, Faustina, how do you feel being Ghanaian living with HIV?
I feel good being a Ghanaian as a normal Ghanaian citizen. Being with HIV to me is normal, although initially the early stages it wasn't easy due to the stigma that is in Ghana. Although we are still fighting against the stigma and it is somehow better, but those days it was very severe or serious, and I faced a high level of stigma. But even upon all that, now as I'm feeling right now, I feel like a normal human being, a normal human Ghanaian, and I can move on with my life with my HIV medication or the treatment.
So let's begin with you. Share with us your story on how you contracted HIV.
Okay, so how I contracted it, the mood, I can't talk about that. But I can tell when I became diagnosed or when I got to know my HIV status. So this happened after I gave birth to my sixth child. This son started to get sick. So I took him to the hospital where he has been diagnosed tuberculosis positive. So the nurses suggested we should get him tested for HIV as well. And the result came up to be positive. So the nurses asked me whether there is someone in the household who usually falls sick. And I told them about my husband because I can remember my husband called for over 2 years, but we didn't know that it was tuberculosis. So the nurses asked me to bring my husband, and I took my husband to the hospital where he was also diagnosed positive to both tuberculosis and HIV. And due to lack of early treatment, both of them, I lost them. Yes, so that is how I got to know my HIV status.
Okay. So before we continue, we need to acknowledge our sponsors, and then we'll get back into knowing more about how this male contracted HIV. So let's give a special thanks to our sponsors. Comet Properties is a household name for functional and quality homes to fulfill your quality lifestyle. We provide secured and developed controlled allotments to build your dreams in a good neighborhood. Comet Property, transforming virgin lands into modern cities. For more information, call 026-922-4580 or visit us on Facebook and Instagram at Comets Properties. Malcolm, while we are sharing our experiences, we are sitting on lovely, comfortable, affordable furniture proudly provided by Malcolm. Malcolm is where the nation shops. You can find all your appliances, furnitures, furnishings, household goods, food supplies, and more for very cool prices. Find everything you need for your lifestyle needs at Malcolm. And also, this evening I am wearing something absolutely amazing by Ajua Otua's Clothing. Ajua Otua's Clothing is an African couture clothing line by Joyce Anderson, located at West Legon. Ladies, find her on Instagram at the Ajua Otua. Now, back to our conversation. So please, tell the audience how you contracted HIV.
It's a big history. Okay. I don't know my status first, and I don't get sick, but one day my wife came house and tell me, said they need me at the hospital. And I said, why come? Okay, let's go and see. I come, they say I have to do some tests and I go because of something is happening. And I have to do the test before they will let me know. And I do the test, they said, I'm positive. I said, what? What is this? And it's not easy for me that day. I was very annoyed of her. I said, where this thing come from? And so problems. And I have to go home and check myself with my annoying because I leave the hospital and go home. That's about 2 days time, my son come back. I returned back to the hospital to properly talk, and then I said, no, I can't do anything. So far as I'm inside, I have to take it like that. So life continue.
So are you married?
Yeah, I'm married.
And how did
you have 3 kids.
Okay. How did your wife feel when she found out?
That's one day I can't really talk. I don't know really.
And have you been able to share your status with your children?
Yes,
And they understand and are aware?
nothing in secret with us in the house.
Okay. Okay. So, how do you live publicly? Do you don't share it with anyone?
I don't share with anyone, but I live normal life with everybody.
Okay. Okay. And so, I want to come back to you, Faustina.
Okay.
So, you said that you're married. You're still married.
No, so
Oh, yeah, you
after
said your
I lost my
husband passed away.
Yes, I'm not
Yes.
yet married.
Okay. Okay. So you have children.
Yes, please.
Okay. And do they know of your status?
Yes.
Okay.
All of them know about my HIV status.
Okay.
Even there used to be at times when they even remind me of my drugs when we are outside chatting, and they know the time. So they check, man, the time is getting up. When at times I will get up and go and take, they will not even know. So they say, hey, ma, it's past 8 too. Then I told them, I've done the amamre already.
So, Rebecca,
Yeah.
so tell us about how long you've been a nurse.
Okay, practicing for 17 years now.
And is it only within the HIV/AIDS field?
No, not at all. I am a general nurse, let me put it that way. So, per regulations, if you are not specialized in any field, you can be assigned to any role in a facility you find yourself. So, I've been assigned to carry out HIV/AIDS duties, let me say, for the past 8 to 10 years. So, I've been managing HIV clients, with TB clients for some time now.
Team me rough, beat it up, turn me backwards, make us scream louder. You make me think and think of all the things I could.
Comet Properties is the premier private city developer in Ghana, providing quality homes and transforming virgin lands into modern cities within the best neighborhoods. Get to Comet for secured and developed allotments or functional homes built for your quality lifestyle. To purchase land or your next home, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Comet Properties or call us on 020-822-6359. Comet Properties, transforming virgin lands into modern cities.
Team me rough, beat it up, turn me backwards, make us scream louder.
And so, how do you feel in your role?
It feels good, HIV clients are seen as somehow more vulnerable in our society. So having given the privilege to manage them, it gives you that edge that you are giving back to society, whatever you learned in school and all that. And it's fulfilling to see people recover and they feel good, like my colleagues, let me call it that way, they're saying they are living their normal lives, and that is the ultimate goal for treatment. It's not to cure, but to give you back the normal life you need. So it feels good and fulfilling.
Okay. So as a nurse, what have you seen? Like, you've seen people live for long, you've seen people pass, have you grown relationships with them?
I can say I've seen it all. You see some dying, you see some recovering well, you see some making families, beautiful families. So in the HIV business, I can actually say I've seen it all. Some don't do too well, they get drug complications. Some relapse and they have to change their drug regimen. And some do very well on the very first line of regimen you give to them. Others suffer relationship breakups that you need to invite the partner. So you could do, we call them discordant partners. One has, one doesn't have. So if you don't get them together well, bond them well, educate them well on the fact that they can live and make family without infecting the other, they suffer breakups. So we go to that extent as well. Some are already married, like my male survivor's case, for instance. I'm seeing that maybe the wife was pregnant, they went to the antenatal, they tested her positive, and they will tell you that go bring your partner so that we can test him as well. In some cases, that is what happens. So the male is there, he's healthy, he's not sick. And then he comes because the wife had invited her to come to the facility. Now they say, come and do test because your wife has tested positive. I can feel his issue. So we have such partners. You now need to bond them, educate them, counsel them on how to live healthily, and then take their medication, support each other so that they can have healthy babies who are negative, because that is also the ultimate goal for HIV treatment. Aside keeping our clients healthy to live their normal life, you want to have a healthy generation with no HIV.
So can you describe to the viewers the difference between HIV and AIDS, and also how it is possible to contract it?
So when we say HIV, it's just a virus, human immune deficiency virus. And then we talk about AIDS, say it's acquired immune deficiency syndrome. So HIV is just a virus that enters into your body. At that moment, you can say you are HIV positive, you are HIV infected, but you don't necessarily have AIDS. Acquired means something you acquired, so it's transferable. Immune deficiency syndrome. When we talk about a syndrome is a collection of symptoms. So you get a virus that is causing you immune deficiency, and then so many symptoms come along. So that is when you have AIDS. So you have tuberculosis, you have liver issues, you have skin problems, you can suffer cancer, you can suffer brain damage. So when you put all these things together, anemia, weight loss, severe weight loss and all that, then you are saying that you have AIDS. But when you are HIV infected, you just have the virus. And we have a lot of people carrying the virus along. They are living healthily. You can't even see it until you test them. So we preach that everybody should get tested so that you know your status, so that you don't get to the immune deficiency stage where you have symptoms coming along for us to say you have AIDS. So that is the basic difference. I want to come down to the level of our listeners so we appreciate it better. And so the major mode of transmission for the virus is through unprotected sex with an infected partner. So you need to get somebody who is infected, and then the person is your sexual partner, and you have unprotected sex with the person. So you can have all the sex you want to have in the world. Once it is protected, you are sure that you are protecting yourself. So you need to have an unprotected sex with an infected partner. And then that also comes back to mutual faithfulness, so that you know that my partner is positive. How do I engage in sex with him or her so I don't get infected? My partner is negative. We are mutually faithful, so then we are not exposing ourselves. So that is the major mode of transmission for HIV. And then we have others: blood transfusion, mother to child, like I was talking about. We want to have a generation where we don't have babies or children having the virus. So we have mother to child transmission, we have blood transfusion. People get infected through blood transfusion. You go to the hospital, you are sick, you need to be transfused. If you don't screen the blood too well to identify which blood is safe, you can get infected. And then use of sharps, and for our peers who do drugs and all that, they use the needles and all that. You can also get sharp exposed in the facility. Health worker gets needle prick or something.
Steamy rough, beat it up, turn me backwards, make us scream louder.
Comet Properties is the premier private city developer in Ghana, providing quality homes and transforming virgin lands into modern cities within the best neighborhoods. Get to Comet for secured and developed allotments or functional homes built for your quality lifestyle. To purchase land or your next home, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Comet Properties or call us on 020-822-6359. Comet Properties, transforming virgin lands into modern cities.
Steamy rough, beat it up, turn me backwards, make us scream louder.
And then you can also get infected. But all these are minute ways of transmitting the virus. But the major one is the unprotected sex with an infected partner.
Okay. So before we continue, we have to acknowledge our sponsors. So, Comet Properties is a household name for functional and quality homes to fulfill your quality lifestyle. We provide secured, developed, controlled allotments to build your dreams in a good neighborhood. Comet Properties, transforming virgin lands into modern cities. For more information, call 026-922-4580 or visit us at Comets Properties on Facebook and Instagram. While we are sharing our experiences, we are also sitting on comfortable, affordable furniture, proudly provided by Melcom. Melcom is where the nation shops. You can find all your appliances, furnitures, furnishings, household goods, food supplies, and more at very cool prices. Find everything you need for your lifestyle needs at Melcom. Melcom, where Ghana shops. And a special thank you to Ajwa Otua's Clothing for making this absolutely amazing dress for me. Ajwa Otua's Clothing is an African couture clothing line by Joyce Anderson, located at Westlake Gone. Ladies, find her on Instagram at Ajwa Otua. Now back to our conversation. Erica, as our intimacy coach, do you know of people that are living with HIV? You have traveled the world before, so maybe you can also give us a broader view as to how it is also outside the country.
Yeah, so my background is in public health and global health specifically. And when I was doing my master's degree, I actually did a lot of work with people living with HIV in Washington, D.C. And I also scaled that up to do work with women who were in Kenya doing cervical cancer screening who also were living with HIV. And so what I will say is, I think Rebecca is absolutely right that you never know who is or is not positive. And so it's very important when you engage sexually with a new partner that you mutually agree to protect one another and go get tested. It's scary because there is so much stigma around what happens after, but in the realm of public health, in the realm of medicine, there's been so many advancements with technology of the recipe of medicines required for you to be able to not just live, but to thrive with HIV. And so around the world, you see so many people who are doing things that they couldn't do back in the 80s or the 90s, who are really making life, having children, exploring relationships, but doing it safely. So as you continue to engage and grow and define your own sexuality, stand true in your right to protect your health and yourself and to know not just your status, but your partner's status.
Okay, wonderful. Please, HIV male. Forgive me for asking, but I have to ask. So are you still currently sexually active with your wife?
Yeah.
Do you take any safety precautions, or do you?
No, because we are both HIV positive, so we are taking our medicine so we can have any sex
Okay.
together without anything.
Hopefully it's good sex. You shouldn't just be having any sex. Make sure it's good.
So, nurse, with two people having sex that are HIV, can anything come out of that? Can the HIV transition into something worse?
What we advise is that these are married couple, so you wouldn't say that they should use protection. It's difficult. You wouldn't be there. So we advise that as much as possible, they use protection once in a while. The reason being that we have different traits of the virus. You know, you have type 1, type 2. I may be having type 1, you're having type 2. If we have unprotected sex, you give me the other one, I give you the other one. They are almost the same, but then they have different DNAs and they I don't know how to put it, but they multiply in their own way. So in a quest not to infect your other partner with your type of virus, we advise that once in a while you still do the protection. And then also, it is not only HIV that is sexually transmitted. And so we have hepatitis B and others. So we still advise. But then it all comes back to mutual agreements, like Erica said. If we are partners, we should mutually agree and be faithful, so that I know that even if I have to step out there, I'm protecting myself so I don't bring bad energy back to the house. So you are protecting yourself out there. So partners need to mutually agree at all times to be faithful. Then you can always have your good sex, like you said.
You were saying something. You were saying something.
I'm saying
He's
if
only
like
admitting to what I'm saying.
you are married, it's no need to go anywhere else because you have your wife in the house.
Correct.
Say it again for the people over there.
Before you go outside, what did you need outside and then you don't get in the house?
And whatever you aren't getting, please come call me. I'll help you find it.
So, Faustina, may I ask, are you currently sexually active? And if you are, what do you take precautions to protect yourself?
Okay. So I'm not currently sexually active because I lost my husband and
Sorry.
I have children already and my children are my priority for now. Yes, so currently I'm not sexually active. But if I should find one, then I have to protect myself, protecting the person as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after some time, you will start dating again?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's human, though.
Yeah, exactly. She will date.
She will.
She's on the market.
Yes. And she's healthy. That is the most important thing. She's taking her
And
medication.
you're comfortable with sharing your status as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, in fact, as you are saying me right now, men do approach me, and if I realize that you are serious, I'll just tell you my status straight. And some people they'll quit immediately. You disclose. Yes, so I'm even using that one as a how do you call it?
Stigmatization?
No, yeah, they stigmatize, but I'm using that one as a protection.
Filter.
Yeah, so I told you that you go away, but you will still find some people who will say, I still love you. Yeah, but I have not made up my mind yet for marriage. That is why I'm still alone. Yes.
But, so have you suffered any stigmatization?
For me, stigma, yes, and very high. Because what happened was, after my diagnosis through my child, and I lost my husband and a child thereafter, I was having a small food shop then. So rumors about my HIV status started spreading in the community. And
But how did everybody know?
yeah, that is a question. It's a big question. And I have some facts, but I can't say it now. Yes. So rumors about my HIV status started spreading all around the community. And people think I will infect them through the food I cooked. So they stopped buying from me. Now, that is the only way I can survive. And that is the only way my children can survive. That is the only thing I do to take care of my children. And myself, I don't have a proper educational background. So I took my children's education to be my priority. Now, these children will be sacked from school, be in the house. because I have nothing to pay for their school fees. Even what to eat at times used to be a problem. So I'll be crying in the room. And it got to it, and myself, you can see, that is my whole body. I'm not somebody who is fat already. I became slimmer than this. It is not because of the virus. Right. The virus will never kill me, but because of the stigma. Now I lost my source of income, how to eat, how to feed my children. So thinking about myself, because I need to eat well before I take my medicine, thinking about myself, thinking about my children feeding, thinking about their education, it has become a big blow.
What was your plan B?
So the plan is for me to take care of my children, to get to the higher educational background where they want to be. That is my plan. Now, because of the stigma, all these children have to come and be in the house.
Well, I mean,
Steamy rough, beat it up, turn me backwards, make us scream louder.
Comet Properties is the premier private city developer in Ghana, providing quality homes and transforming virgin lands into modern cities within the best neighborhoods. Get to Comet for secured and developed allotments or functional homes built for your quality lifestyle. To purchase land or your next home, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Comet Properties or call us on 020-822-6359. Comet Properties, transforming virgin lands into modern cities.
What you wake up in steers the rest of the mood for your day. Contact Beautiful Beneath and let's help you secure the perfect pajamas and loungewears.
Steamy rough, beat it up, turn me backwards, make us scream louder.
currently, like you said, you lost work due to the stigmatization.
Yes.
So have you been able to find work again?
Yes, please.
Okay.
So what happened was that after all that stress, I found myself in a support group, HIV support group. So I joined the support group. And one of our meeting days, this NGO visited the support group and they said they are looking for somebody, some people to train, those who are already on treatment, to train as volunteers to assist the health workers.
Okay.
Although will not be paid. And I said, okay, as I'm in the house right now doing that thing, let me just join. So I wrote my name and I joined. I went to the training and I became part. And I've been doing this for about 9 years. That was since 2010 to 2019. So the hospital superintendent where I worked, that is Ashama Polyclinic, 2019, she introduced some organization to me that they are coming to Ashama to work and they want to employ women living with HIV as their community health workers. So I should apply. In fact, everybody at the facility encouraged me to apply, and I did apply. And God being so good, I have been chosen to be one of their mentor mothers. So currently, I am working for Mothers to Mothers as their mentor mother.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Now, we have to soon be, we have to wrap up soon.
Yeah.
But before we do, I wanted to know, you being a nurse in that field, have you ever suffered from stigmatization?
Yes, I have several occasions. I remember one time a colleague of mine, he's a lab technician, actually transferred from another facility to my facility. So we happened to have gone for a workshop and I asked him to join us at the workshop. They needed a lab technician at the workshop, so I asked him to join us. So after the workshop, then he came to me and was like, all this while that I came to this facility, the way you were so passionately working around these clients, I thought you were one of them. I said, one of who? He said, he thought I was an HIV positive person, because back where he was working, the department used to have most of the nurses there as positive. That is why they put them there. I said, no, even if I'm an HIV positive client, I'm doing well, I'm healthy, my clients look up to me, they come see me, they are happy. So they get encouraged to take their drugs. But I am not one of them anyway, but even if I am, I wouldn't be ashamed, because my clients are not ashamed. So sometimes you get clients coming and they'll just call you, Rebecca, your people are here. That kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But I said already, it's fulfilling to see people thriving through this situation and getting better. It gives me a lot of encouragement and hope to keep doing what I do. So the stigma is there, all right. But like Faustina said, it's getting better these days. So we are just hoping that it gets better. I believe it's all about ignorance. More education is needed. People out there should appreciate the fact that you can thrive with your condition, you can work. Employers should also not stigmatize against their staff if they should find that they are positive. Those doing recruitment should also recruit HIV positive people. They should take away the HIV part of the lab or medical examination parts. I hope they do take it off. Because if I'm HIV positive and I don't test, you will never know. Right. It's my skills I'm bringing on board that you are interested in, not my HIV status. So I will also entreat recruitment agencies to skip that part. And then also our church as organizations is very important. Our churches sometimes do not help us too well. You have churches that do not, they actually refuse to marry discordant couples because they come and do premarital lab investigations. One is positive, one is negative, and they say, hell no, marriage is not coming on. I find it very bizarre because the Reverend Minister officiating the marriage, I don't know your status.
Well, we have to... okay.
I don't know why you should get my status. So we plead that we all get on board, talk about it, encourage our people living with HIV so that they can live well and thrive in our society.
Okay, thank you so much. So we do have to wrap up. I just wanted to ask everyone for their piece of advice before we finish. So you being a married man living with HIV, what is your advice to the viewers that are also living with HIV and married?
My advice to the people who are living with HIV is do well in your job and take care of your marriage. Don't mind for whatever the people said, because I myself sitting down here today, I suffer some, because about 5 years now, I'm in the house, doing, helping to people to get something for my family, but I'm okay. And you people should do the same thing. Don't care for whatever people are saying, because that one who spoiled my job, and then today. But still, I'm alive. The thing said if I will be a beggar somewhere, but I will never be a beggar. Right. I will do better to carry for my kiddies. Thank you.
Faustina, you look fantastic. No one would ever suspect, none of you. So what is your advice to those living with HIV on how to take care of themselves?
Okay. So my advice is that with your HIV positive status doesn't change anything about your life. Life must still go on. Whatever you are doing, you need to do it and do it even better. And also make sure you adhere to your treatment, because without a treatment, you are nothing. I have been saying this to my colleagues or my peers who normally come close to me, that if you are HIV positive and you decide not to take the ARVs, just make your mind that you one day get to a stage and then you die, and that is the fact, and no one should run away from this. Yes. So if you don't want to die, then it means that you have to take your ARVs every day as prescribed by your healthcare provider. Also, someone looking at me right now, you may be tested somewhere and then you are still at the denial stage saying, I don't believe it, this one is spiritual. Yes, it is spiritual, but it has been diagnosed physically for us to see. So you do the physical aspect by praying or whatever you believe in, and also taking the treatment as well. If you avoid the treatment and you are focusing on spirituality, before you realize, you are gone. You get to a stage. If you don't take time, you die. So my advice is that if you have been tested somewhere else and you are still at the denial stage, please get closer to any hospital closer to you. Get your treatment. You are going to live the rest of your life. Live a happy family and a happy life. Thank you.
Thank you. Rebecca, where can people find Ghana AIDS Commission?
The head office is around Ridge, but actually you don't do testing at Ghana AIDS Commission. They are positioned at various facilities. They empower, build capacity for health workers to conduct HIV activities. So anywhere, any facility close to you, walk in there, speak to any health worker, get tested, know your status, and then you're able to live better life. If you know your status, you can negotiate for safer sex or negotiate for your medications and then live well.
All right, Erica, what is your last bit of advice as our intimacy coach for those that are having sex and not, keeping in mind that anything can happen?
Yeah, I think I would just echo a lot of the things that were already shared today, and maybe also emphasize that sexually transmitted infections and diseases are also alive and thriving. So you don't want to just have protected sex or negotiate protected sex just to avoid contracting HIV, but also to protect yourself against gonorrhea, chlamydia, hepatitis B, syphilis, etc. So those things are heavily through the system, especially amongst the youth. And youth definition in Ghana is up to those of age 40, and we're starting to see even a resurgence of those 65 and older. So be careful with who you're engaging with. Know all of your status, not just your HIV status.
All right, thank you so much for watching Steamy Nights. I have to give a big special thanks to Ghana AIDS Commission. Also, thanking our sponsors. Comet Properties is a household name for the functional and quality homes to fulfill your quality lifestyle. We provide secured and developed controlled allotments to build your dreams in a good neighborhood. Comet Properties, transforming virgin lands into modern cities. For more information, call them on 026-922-4580 or visit us at Comet Properties on Facebook and Instagram. Malcolm, where Ghana shops. We are sharing our experiences on these lovely, comfortable, affordable furniture, proudly provided by Malcolm. Malcolm is where the nation shops. You can find all your appliances, furniture, furnishings, household goods, food supplies, and more at very cool prices. So find everything you need for your lifestyle needs at Malcolm. Malcolm, where Ghana shops. And a big special thanks to my stylist, Ajua Otua. Ajua Otua's clothing is an African couture clothing line by Joyce Anderson. Find her at Westlake Gone, and also find her at Instagram at the Ajua Otua. So thank you for joining us on Steamy Nights. I am your host, Kati G. See you the next time.
Steamy rough, beat it up, turn me backwards, make us scream louder.
My face above the water, my feet can't touch the ground, and it feels like I can see the sands on the horizon every time you are not around. I'm slowly drifting, wave after wave, wave after wave.
Comet Properties is the premier private city developer in Ghana, providing quality homes and transforming virgin lands into modern cities within the best neighborhoods. Get to Comet for secured and developed allotments or functional homes built for your quality lifestyle. To purchase land or your next home, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Comet Properties or call us on 020-822-6359. Comet Properties, transforming virgin lands into modern cities.
I'm on an island.